Welcome to my all hands today. Today we are going to talk about how we get to high performance consistently by creating the third space. And if there's something I would like to leave you with today, it's a formula. It's that a diverse set of minds plus psychological safety equals high performance. And it's that simple. But surely it can't be that simple, you must be thinking. Well, let's start with diversity of minds. Last year, around November time, we were 9 people spread across 3 hubs, London, Cardiff and Shenzhen, and had a range of cultures, nationalities, was brought up in different environments. And if we scale forward to July 2020, we are a set of 50 people now welcomed by Joanna. We have 4 hubs around the world, from London, which is your top left, Cardiff, which is your top right, Singapore, which is your bottom left, and Shenzhen, which is your bottom right. And if we dig a bit deeper into that, we're a company and set of people made up of 15 nationalities from around the world, from China to Singapore to Wales to UK to Thailand and so on. And as we look to scale across more markets, open up new hubs, and serve more global customers, our team members will look to grow culturally, coming from different environments, different nationalities, different sexes, and so on. So if I forecast our diversity of minds, I think we're in a really good place. But the question is around psychological safety. And psychological safety is really hard to build. Team members feel safe to take risks and be vulnerable with each other. That's the definition of psychological safety. And I want to reiterate on 2 points here. Feel safe to take risks and be vulnerable with each other. And so if we look at how we form psychological safety, we can look at a flywheel that I've created, starting with a sense of belonging. How might we create a sense of belonging between each other? How might we get to know one another in our teams, in our departments, and as one company? As a result of finding a real sense of belonging, understanding who we are, both personally and professionally, how might we then understand how we set high standards? And by setting high standards, how might we then go on to believe that we can achieve those high standards? And by looking to achieve those high standards, and sometimes we won't meet them and sometimes we will learn a lot more about each other, and we'll find that deeper sense of belonging. And so if we change that into normal speech that we can understand, it's identifying who are we, what's our mission, what's our values, what's our sense of purpose, and then understanding, okay, based on our group of people and our mission, where do we need to get to in the next 3 to 6 months? And how will we get there? And how do we believe that we can achieve this? And then understanding, when we go off on our path to achieve our goals, how will we execute and adapt to achieve those goals? And when it gets to that 3 or 6 month point, there'll be some things we achieved and some things we didn't achieve, which will then allow us to reflect and better understand how we work, our strengths, our weaknesses, and so on, which then develops into getting a deeper understanding of who we are, which then helps us understand, okay, based on the way we've worked over the last 3 months, where do we need to get to in the next 3 months? So how do we set even higher standards? And then how do we then achieve those higher standards? And then better develop our understanding of ourselves. And so if we dig that down, it's about understanding our mission, our vision and purpose, then understanding the strategy and OKRs to get there, and then understanding the what executional excellence we need in order to get there. Once we understand that executional excellence, it's about then us understanding our mission, our vision and purpose, and redeveloping that to then understand, okay, what's the next set of strategies and next set of OKRs. And so if we can really form that sense of psychological safety, and we have a really key set of diverse minds, we'll get to a point of high consistent performance. But there's something I wanted to leave you with, and it's understanding, are you psychologically safe? And I've been working with a mentor of mine who's been studying high performing teams for the last 15 years. And so if we bring it back to what we can ask ourselves, the first question I ask you is, or you should be asking yourself is, what am I thinking but not saying? Then it's understanding, what am I anxious about but not saying? The third question is, what am I worried about but not saying? And then the fourth is, what am I uncertain about but not saying? And if we are already at question 2, we're already too late. And throughout Lingumi, we'll find teams which are, and team members which are at stage 4. What am I really uncertain about, but I'm not confident in saying? Do I have a lack of confidence? Do I have imposter syndrome? There'll be teams team members which are thinking, what am I worried about, but not saying? Other team members which are thinking about, what am I anxious about, but not saying? And some team members will be able to flag up the risks that they see before they happen. And so what can you do with your manager, your team leads, your department leads to move from the 2, 3, or 4 where you sit on this set of questions, and how do you move to the first question? And so together, if we can start from today and start understanding, okay, where do I sit in this framework per se, and how do I get to a point of 1, we'll be able to continue to build even more psychologically safe environments for our team members to thrive. Thank you.
Lingumi!